Hey everyone, welcome back to another commentary. Today we're going over Rival Sonic. So Rival Sonic is here to celebrate the release of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And it's really cool that they decided to add a character from Crossworlds to celebrate its release. And his items are also straight out of Crossworlds as well, so that's also really cool. So Homing Punch is a new type of homing attack. So instead of being like, for example, Valkyrie, where you shoot the projectile up into the air, it locks onto someone, and then it falls onto them, Homing Punch launches forward like a normal projectile, and it'll lock onto someone and follow their movements. And the punch will stay locked on to its target up until it gets close to its target. Once it gets close to its target, it'll stop locking on and give the person it's locked onto a chance to dodge it. Honestly, the punch is really easy to dodge because the punch itself is really slow and it can take a lot of time even for the punch to reach its target, because like for example, if the rival launches it and they're pretty far back, it'll take forever for the punch to catch up to the target. And then when it stops locking on, you have quite a big window to dodge it because of how slow it is. The punch also gets multiple pickups, which is good, and the punch doesn't seem to despawn at all unless it hits something. So unless it hits its target or another player or a badnik, the punch just seems to go on forever until the finish line, which is pretty funny. I think the punch could probably use a buff to its speed. The punch itself is pretty good at close range because the punch seems to have an insta hitbox. So if someone's directly in front of you and you use it, you're gonna pretty much immediately hit them and it won't even have to worry about locking on and tracking them. But from long range, it's not really that good. Then next we have Triple Boost, which gives you 3 boosts. So the boost is separated into 3 different sections. The first 2 sections are not very fast, but then the final section gives you a big burst of speed. Each section doesn't last very long, but altogether it gives you a pretty good distance. And what makes this boost broken is not because you can use it 3 times, because each section of the boost is short enough to where that the boost itself isn't really that much of a problem. The problem is that the boost has no timer, meaning that after you use your boost, you can immediately collect another one and use it without even having to wait for your first boost to end. So you can just endlessly button mash the boost button while you're behind and catch up super quickly. And the boost having no timer also makes sandbagging a boost really easily, because you can be behind, you can button mash your boost and collect another one to catch up to first place, and then still have another 3 boosts to use while you're in first because you collected another one while you're behind. And then finally we have Magnet, which is a new type of trap. So Magnet spawns ahead of the user, and it's a single lane trap, but it has an AoE field around it that'll draw people in to the magnet. And if you get hit by the magnet, it does a ton of damage. It slows you down a lot, and for quite a bit of time too. And when you get hit, you have no invincibility frames, meaning you can get hit again immediately after getting hit by a magnet, because you have no period of being invulnerable to attacks from invincibility frames. But the user of the magnet also has to be careful, because the magnet always spawns in front of them. So if they choose to block off a dash pad with a magnet, they also can't take that dash pad because you can hit yourself with the magnet. And getting hit by this magnet is devastating. So the user is also going to have to be careful. But overall, Rival Sonic is a really powerful character, and it mainly stems from the fact that the boost has no timer. I really hope that they're going to add a timer to this boost, because the boost having no timer and being so chainable is really dumb, but it's also really fun at the same time. Like, just sitting there and chaining boosts can be quite fun. His playstyle overall is just really fun. But yeah, hope the boost gets a timer. And if they give the boost a timer, the boost will be balanced, and then they can probably look at buffing Homing Punch. But anyways, let's do some races. This season has gotten really inflated because of this Challenger event, and people are climbing really high right now, so let's see what opponents we get. I'm going to be using a level 1 character, but since Rival Sonic's really good, the races shouldn't be too bad. So let's see. Okay, 2 Rival Sonics, and a Slugger Sonic. Looks like everyone wants a boost. Makes sense. But yeah, as you can see, I can use my boost and get another one immediately. And yeah, look at how much Magnet slows you down. And yeah, look, you can just sit here and chain boost after boost after boost. And yeah, there's Homing Punch. As you can see, it's quite slow. And yeah, see, no invincibility frames. That slowed me down a ton. Okay, let's see if I can catch up. Ah, I hit the ice. Okay, got second. Not bad. Alright, we completed a mission. Let's see what drop I get. 19. Alright. Pretty average drop. Alright, I'll pay 5. Finish 2 battles with 50 or more rings. And I'll go ahead and open these chests too, so that I can grab some more. They also buffed the rings in Challenger chests, so now the rings you get in Challenger chests are double of what they were before. Which is really nice. Helps with the cost problem in rings for the new upgrades past level 16. But they're still probably going to have to make more improvements, because the amount of cards you need for a Challenger is still insane. So hopefully they'll make more improvements than just increasing rings in Challenger chests. We'll have to see, though. Let's see how this next race will go. 2 Extreme Gear Shadows. Oh boy. And one's at 7.1k. Okay. Got my boost. Gotta be careful here. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, this character is really powerful. I just beat 2 Extreme Gear Shadows with a level 1. I feel bad for the 7.1k guy. Sorry, man. Alright, next race. Let's see how this next one goes. Okay, Extreme Gear Shadow and Movie Knuckles. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. Gotta watch out for the Spear Snipes from Movie Knuckles and the Fearless Strike Snipes, because Movie Knuckles has 2 sniping items because of his buffs. Okay. Shouldn't be too difficult to catch the Extreme Gear Shadow. Ah, Movie Knuckles. Why is Movie Knuckles stopping me? I'm trying to hit the Extreme Gear Shadow. He's kind of just giving him a free win here. Alright, we got second. If Movie Knuckles didn't hit me with the spears there, I could have caught up and hit Extreme Gear Shadow with the magnet, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see what my drop is. 13. . Alright, I'll do 2 more races. Let's see how these last 2 races go. Outlaw Shadow and Extreme Gear Shadow. Okay. Okay, getting body blocked here. Okay, I'm gonna let Outlaw Shadow go ahead, because or not, he obviously wants a boost. Okay, I got my boost. Nice. Alright. Alright, got Extreme Gear Shadow. Alright, easy win. Nice. Alright, and we're doing one more. Let's see how this last race will go. Ooh, okay. Level 16 Unicorn Night Cream and level 15 Supersonic. Okay. Okay, I need to hit Supersonic with a magnet. If a super gets hit by a magnet, they're dead. They can't come back from that. Oh, they're trying to double boost. Alright then. And as you can see, I just used my boosts and chained them, and hit myself with magnet. That's funny. Alright, looks like Supersonic has won this one, because I messed up and hit myself with magnet. Alright, there's the bot. The bot can take forever to catch up, because the bot can just hit himself with magnet over and over again, which is really funny. But anyways, that'll do it for this commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, Rival Sonic is a really powerful character, and it mainly just stems from the boost having no timer. Hopefully they'll add a timer to the boost, because the boost wouldn't be nearly as powerful as it is if it had a timer. I'll see you guys in the next commentary.